Video of stock trading and crypto trading. In this video, we're going to be looking into the charts of SPY, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Apple, and NVDA. Okay, so the question on everyone's mind is it the time to buy? Well, let's look into the charts to see where we can buy depending on your time frame. So let's take a look into SPY. Here we have SPY on the daily time frame. We saw that this critical channel that we drew in our previous video, right, from the low of October 2023 was broken on April 3rd. As soon as the market just gapped down here the next day, it just nosedived all the way down, breaking all types of support, and we're still closed at the end of the day low. Okay, so coming into Monday, be careful of buying any bounces right now, but if you do end up buying a bounce, look for this 490 level here. Okay, so this trend line was drawn using the COVID lows back into March 2020. Okay, so this bottom here, and there's a bottom here on October 2022, and there's also a bottom on October 2023. Okay, so I expect this trend line to hold significant support, but again, based on the market conditions right now and what Trump is doing, he's just not going to step in anytime to save the market, right? So think twice before buying a falling knife, right? So if you're going to look for a bounce, look for some type of buying pressure in the short-term time frames, in the hourly, 15-minute, and even on the 5-minute. Just make sure all the charts are lining up and take a position from there. Okay, so this could include like a double bottom, some type of like wedge that's coming down and it just breaks to the upside. But I would say the safest bet for now is at least look for a double bottom if you're going to go for a dip by here. Okay, in terms of correction, we are looking at almost a 20% correction. Okay, for a 20% correction, we probably take us, oh, look at that, looks right into our support zone of 490, right? So 20% correction here, and a significant support line that was drawn from the COVID 2020 lows would definitely show us that we could bounce from here. But again, look for some type of buying pressure on the smaller time frames before just jumping in. Okay, let's switch over to Tesla. Looking at Tesla here, we see that the bounce on 219 is still being held as the price is currently sitting at 239. So I would just expect some type of sideways movement from here, support at 219 and resistance at 289. Okay, let's look into NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a big one because it broke that key level of $100 support this past Friday, right? So now we're sitting at the 500 EMA. Okay, the last time this acted as support was all the way back in 2022, and it didn't act as a support for very long. It just consolidated here for a bit before going down further. Up until its breakthrough from 2023, it never came down this low, so just be careful of buying the dip here. Okay, again, if you were to draw in our horizontal support, we do see some type of demand zone that's sitting here. I would say around the 93 to 94 mark level. We could see some type of support as this low was bottomed in August 5th of 2024. Let's switch over to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is an interesting asset right now. Oh, as we're speaking right now, we're seeing a little bit of breakdown here. Let's draw in our trend lines. We could see a little bit of a channel happening here. But as the market sold off on Friday, right, we saw it actually finished green. So here we see at Friday, April 4th, we see we had a green candlestick. But as we're speaking right now on Sunday, we see that we see Bitcoin just breaking down the 80K level. I would watch next support for around 71 based on the 500 EMA. Again, it came around close to back in August 5th of 2024. Right around the 500 EMA, but it didn't closely touch it. So I would just watch for that area, which would also coincide with the horizontal support if you were to draw in right here, right? So this 71, 72K level is definitely the next level of support. Next, let's take a look at Apple. So Apple on Friday crushed its support levels, right? We just pierced through that 194 mark level, which was, I would believe, some strong support based on the trading history from June 2023 all the way till June 2024. For that 1 year, it acted as resistance. And we didn't even have any type of bounce. It just pierced right through it, right? And this could also be because of how Apple's exposure to China and the whole tariff situation is causing Apple to be hurt the most. In terms of its next support line, I would be watching for 165, and resistance would be sitting at 194. Okay, and let's switch over to Ethereum. Ethereum, another one that's just breaking its support line as we speak. So Ethereum just broke its 750 mark level, and again, remember we mentioned in the previous video that last time we see these type of crossovers, we did see significant downside. Like this happened on, I'll show you. This happened over here back in June 2022, where it saw a 50% decline after that crossover, and it also happened back in 2018 when we saw 72% downside risk, right? So at the I will be looking for some type of bounce, or not even a bounce, at least downside target of 1200. Just because it reaches here, I wouldn't say go ahead and buy it, but I do definitely see more downside ahead for Ethereum. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. If you haven't done so, it helps grow the channel. And good luck this week. Another video of stock trading and crypto trading. In this video, we're going to be